Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. You have just walked into the aftermath of me filming the what I got for my baby haul video, which you would have seen here on YouTube, and if you haven't, I will just link it above and down in the description box below. So this has kind of inspired me in a way to get my ducks in a row. So yesterday Luke and I also went to another baby scan just to go and check up on baby girl. I am officially 35 weeks. Excuse the outfit, but I'm going for comfortable at the moment as opposed to appearance. So this is how baby girl is looking at 35 weeks and 4 days, I want to say, or 35 weeks and 3 days. And basically, long story short, we told our gynae that we wanted to go away on the 7th of October, and she was basically like, that's too late, like you guys don't really have time. So if you want to go away, if you want to do anything, you kind of have to get it done by this weekend, because some babies do like to come early at 37 weeks, which is in a week and a half's time. So yesterday, I will be honest, that sent me into a little bit of a panic spiral because I kind of felt like I didn't have many things done. But this morning I woke up feeling so much better, a little bit more calm-headed, and I think that today is a day that I'm just going to prepare for baby girl, do her washing, sort out her room, because let's actually go and have a look at her room. Okay, I'm busy standing in baby girl's bedroom, and if you're not caught up on the saga, basically we have just moved house, which is amazing. We have been waiting about a month and a half to 2 months to actually move in here because the previous tenants weren't paying rent. It's a whole long story, we're not going to get into it again, but we are finally in this house, which is a little bit too close to my due date, as I would like. But basically with this room, her room, we are just waiting on furniture to be made and delivered and then delivered. So we are getting Luke's old baby cot that he grew up in this room, and then one of our friends is also making us a compactum for this room. But there are little things here and there that I can sort out in the meantime, but let me just show you what I'm looking at, which is not much. So we've got a Moses basket and a kind of changing mat that is also in here that comes out. So that just has to be popped on here. I'm thinking of putting this one in the lounge because this is just obviously easily accessible. And then we are going to put Luke's big cot, I think, in that corner. And then in our room, we are getting a co-sleeping cot to go next to my side of the bed. I have heard that to get up in the middle of the night, for example, if we had to have this Moses basket in our bedroom, it's just a bit of a mission. Like, you're still in a little bit of pain from giving birth, and to get up, wake yourself up, walk to pick up your baby and get into bed, it's a little bit easier to have a co-sleeping cot, and you can literally just wake up your baby gently, pull him or her over onto your boob and then kind of do it like that. So I do like the fact that there is tons of storage in her bedroom, so that when she does get a little bit older, we won't be fighting for space or anything. Her clothes can fit there nicely. And then on this side of the room, basically the door's over there, so you guys can get an idea. I wasn't too sure if I wanted to put her compactum on that wall, but I'm thinking now to put it on this wall and then to have 2 floating shelves and then some kind of other decoration on top of that. Okay, so here's the plan of action for today. Firstly, I have got a lot of cleaning to do, which, to be very... Did I just break my undies? No. I've got a lot of cleaning to do, which I'm actually really loving. I know that they do say in your 3rd trimester is when you tend to nest, and this is the nesting phase, but I didn't realize that it could be this intense. Like the other day, I went to bed, and while I was falling asleep, I said to Luke, I am so excited to wake up tomorrow to clean. I'm also not too sure if it's probably because we are in a new house and it's bigger, it's fresher. I actually like to keep this one clean as opposed to our old one. I need to clean, which is very exciting. I get to wash all of baby girl's clothes for the first time, pack that into her cupboard. And then yesterday, Mom and I went to the nursery because this garden, you're going to see it in a couple of minutes, I'm sure. It just looks like absolute shit. Like, that's the best way to describe it. So Mom and I bought some beautiful flowers, and we are just going to spend some time in the garden. So it is a proper nesting day of just making my space beautiful and fresh and clean. I do Welcome to my very sad looking garden. So like I said, Mom and I yesterday went to Stodels to go and buy a whole bunch of plants and compost and stuff, and now we are going to tackle this long bed over here. I'm not too sure if there is going to be enough flowers for it, because looking at the bed it actually does look quite long. I think we underestimated how many we will need. So along the length of the wall is a very thin little bed that currently looks disgusting. It's full of like old cigarette little stompies, that's what we called them, from like the previous tenants and stuff, and it's not fun. So we have bought all of these little flowers, but we've realized that, like, especially over here, this sand is so full of weeds, and these weeds, we try to pull them out with our hands, and like I'm pulling as hard as I can and I can't. So we need to go and get some kind of fork device at the nursery quickly to take all of those out. We are back. We found what we needed, and I'm going to attempt to take out some roots. I probably shouldn't, but my thing is, like, if I go to gym and I lift weights, I'm pretty sure I can take some weeds out of the garden. Mom, I don't know how to do this. This ground is really hard as well. I give up.
Where the river takes far away from home. Time to ponder in the fields around me, where there's nothing but the breeze and the great unknown. Leave your worries and your suitcase. All you don't need, nothing but you.
Okay, I had to take a little break from gardening because Luke and I are going to a baby class today, and it is 4:15, which I know is very early to start to make dinner if we want to get to the baby class in time. This is the time I need to start cooking. So another thing that I have been loving to do is meal prep for when baby girl is here. So I do I do all of the cooking basically in our house, unless I'm like super busy or I ask Luke because I'm not feeling well, then he'll cook. I know that in those newborn stages, well, in the newborn stage, when you and your partner are just so tired, the last thing that you're going to want to do is sit and cook a meal, and it's so important to still get all your nutrients and everything in. So I have made 3 batches of fresh mince that I can just defrost whenever I feel like it. And I actually went onto Pinterest and I looked up some inspiration, and there are so many options from curries and soups, and you just want to make sure that you are eliminating anything that will affect your breast milk. So I'm not entirely sure, because obviously when baby girl is here I can see what she reacts to and what obviously she doesn't. But I have heard that common allergy foods, so things like dairy, sometimes garlic and stuff like that, you kind of want to stay away from. But I'm like a garlic freak. As we can see, I'm busy cutting 4 cloves of garlic to put into our soup tonight. Yeah, I'm going to keep doing this. I know that also baked goods is really cool. So if you had to bake banana bread, that's a really good one. And then you just take it out, and apparently it only needs like half an hour to defrost. Tonight on the menu, we are having lentil soup. And it's a recipe that my gran makes all the time when I go and see her, and I'm obsessed with it. So I will pop it either next to me. If you're on your phone, you can always just screenshot it. It's like one of those old-fashioned recipes that are from a magazine. This brings me so much joy. Look at how teeny tiny all her little clothes are. So this is obviously just a whitewash. I probably have realistically about another 4 or 5 loads to go, but that is very satisfying to see. Please excuse the noise of Luke busy gardening in the background, but one of baby girl's socks fell on the floor and I said to him, we have a 2319, and he didn't get my joke. I felt so awkward. Please comment down below if you understand the reference. We have a 2319 down below, because I cannot be the only person. Mama also just shouted at me to say she's finished. You're a trooper. Thanks, Mom.
I know.
So there were actually enough flowers, and we have some left over, because what we realized is that these tiny red ones and then the silver bushes grow quite big, so they're going to fill that whole space. So we have just gone for a little mishmash of red, yellow, purple, and then silver. Red, yellow, purple, silver. So we've kind of got a bit of a pattern. Well done. Very nice. Yeah, I think this is going to look really cute once it's all grown. Imagine if they just stayed a single flower. That would be so sad. That'd be an expensive garden. In case you were wondering, this is what our garden currently looks like. You may not believe it, but it actually looks so much better. So basically, Luke has weed-eated all of this. It was insanely overgrown. If I do have a picture, I'll put it up, but I'm not too sure if I do. So we want to get rid of this washing line, because as you can see, it's in the view of basically our entertainment. Obviously things are going to change, so it's not going to look as ratchet as this, I promise, but we want to put a little Weaver bra in the corner. The washing is not going to be here, the camper chair is not going to be here. We do want to get some nicer furniture for here, and then you look straight into my undies, which is not appealing. So we want to take this out and see if we can put it somewhere else. And then basically this little section I want to turn into a veggie garden. So on the back wall I want to put a creeper granadilla, and then in these things I want to put all of my herbs, because the kitchen is just through that door. So if you walk down, you can pick some herbs and then you can carry on cooking, kind of thing. Okay, and then the rest of the garden also looks a bit like a shit show. So we want to take out these 2 trees. I think that Luke is going to attempt to take them out this weekend, because they are alien trees and they are making so much shade. This whole side of the house is actually north facing, which means that the sun is so beautiful in here during the day. So we just felt like if we have so many trees like these ones in our garden, our garden basically gets no sun. So we are going to take out the 2 trees behind me, and then we have another 3 trees here, 4 actually. Oh my goodness, I'm not too sure what our plan is. I think we're planning on keeping these side ones, because this tree here with these white flowers is actually an older flower tree, which is really good for coughs and sniffles and things. So when baby girl does get flus and stuff, we at least have that to put in like her little tea bottle. And then we do have like a few other trees and stuff that we're going to be keeping. So we're keeping that set. We are taking out those ones, probably taking out that, and then we are going to be redoing the grass as well, so that there's actually grass and not just dirt. All of this is obviously happening in due time. Money does not grow on trees, although I wish it did in some cases. So we are just prioritizing the things that we definitely need first, and then slowly but surely we will do the garden. Also because baby girl could come in like 3 weeks time, which is really hectic. So we are just trying to get everything sorted before her arrival. We have finally gotten home from our birth classes. Tonight's class was on breastfeeding and pumping and using huckers, which was really informative. Like, I'm feeling so much more prepared to kind of have a baby now that I've been to these birth classes. They're amazing. And the time is 9:20, which is so past my bedtime. Ever since falling pregnant, I have become so tired so quickly that I usually go, like, I start to drift asleep at like 8:39. Hi Jakes. Hello big boy. I really hope that you guys did enjoy this vlog. I do have a pregnancy playlist that I kind of add all of these kind of videos to. So if you are just interested in pregnancy, or if you just want to see my pregnant journey, or if you're a pregnant mom, then you can go and give those videos a watch. This was part 1 out of many nesting vlogs, because as you saw, I got quite a bit done today, but her room isn't finished. So what I'm basically saying is, if you like this kind of content, go and subscribe and make sure that your bell notification is on so you're notified when I upload a video. And otherwise, I will see you guys very soon.